Hey guys, welcome back to another week of What's for Dinner. I know it has been quite some time since you guys have seen a What's for Dinner from me, but this week we are bringing them back. I also wanted to update you guys and let you know, don't forget about the meet and greet. It is happening 2 weeks from this weekend. I will have all the information in the description box for you guys. Also, make sure you're following me on Instagram. It's just Love Missy XO, and I will keep you guys posted on everything in my day-to-day life. So if you're into that kind of thing, make sure you're following me there. This week's What's for Dinner, I did start Weight Watchers in like the beginning of the week. I am not trying to be like super strict and like lose all this weight, but I do want to modify how I'm eating and the things I'm putting in my body. I am not going to be changing my What's for Dinners very much, but I am going to show you guys how I modify our everyday dinners to fit more into my quote-unquote healthier lifestyle. But I don't want to deprive my kids because they don't need to lose weight or anything like that. So I just wanted to give you guys that little heads up. Let me know down below if you do Weight Watchers and what plan you're on, because I shared over on Instagram and so many of you have shared what plan you're on. So I want to know over on YouTube if you guys do it too and what plan you are on. So anyways, without further ado, let's hop into this week's What's for Dinner. So on the first night, we are making something that I have made so many times over here, but if you guys have not tried smothered pork chops like this in the crock pot, you must. So I'm just taking some pork chops, and then I'm taking a can of cream of potato, a can of cream of celery, and a can of broccoli cheese soup, and I'm just going to put that in my crock pot, and I'm going to cook them on low for 8 hours, and it's literally that simple. If you guys do not like one of these soups, if I would have thought about it, because when I bought my groceries, I wasn't doing Weight Watchers. So instead of using cream of potato, I would use cream of mushroom just to kind of cut down more on the carbs, but still delicious nonetheless. I also usually serve this, and for the kids, I do serve it with mashed potatoes, and then it makes an awesome gravy with those soups to go over your mashed potatoes. So that's usually what I make with it. But like I said, I did make that, and I made a side of corn to go with it, but obviously I did not eat the mashed potatoes. As you see here, I just had corn. This is one of the kids' plates, obviously, not mine. So on the next night, I am making just some cheeseburgers, and then I'm going to be making some loaded potato wedges, and y'all, these loaded potato wedges are absolutely amazing. So if you love carbs, then you must try this. I love carbs, but I'm trying to cut back, so I only had one of these potato wedges because I just couldn't resist. So right now I'm just making some of my queso. I've shared this so many times on my channel. It's just some half and half, and then some white American cheese and some cumin. I usually do put green chilies in it if I'm using it for Mexican food, but since I'm not using it for Mexican food, I am going to skip out on the green chilies. Then I have made some great value potato wedges in my deep fryer. You can use your air fryer or you can bake them, whatever you wish. It's your kitchen. Do what you like. Then I'm going to take some of this queso and I'm going to pour that on top. Then I will add some shredded cheese and then some bacon bits on top of that. Then I'm going to put it into the oven at 350 for about 5 minutes, just until that cheese on top is nice and melted. So this is what those loaded potato wedges look like. And like I said, we just had cheeseburgers with this. So delicious. But let me show you what I had instead. So I had a hamburger patty with pepper jack cheese, some Trader Joe's spicy pickle chips, some avocado, and some cottage cheese. And that is what I had. So on the next night, I am making tacos. So I am made a big batch of my salsa just to have as a snack for the kids as well, so they can snack on chips and salsa after school or throughout the evening, on the weekends, whatever. This makes so much salsa, you guys. So here I'm just kind of showing you everything that I use. I have shared my salsa recipe, I think once before, but I am just going to take all these ingredients and I'm going to put them into my blender and blend it up. One thing I don't show here that I completely forgot to add, and then I added it in later, was jalapenos. And you're just gonna add how many jalapenos you like for the spiciness that you like. You don't have to add any at all if you don't like any spice, but of course we gotta have a little bit. So don't forget to add your jalapenos. Right now I'm just dicing up some onion. I've added all of my 2 cans of Rotel with green chilies and my petite diced tomatoes. Now I'm gonna take some cilantro and add that. I'm gonna take a tablespoon of cumin and a tablespoon of garlic powder and add that, as well as some onion. And then I'm going to take about a teaspoon of sugar, add that, and then half a juice from a lime. And you guys, that's seriously it. It's so good. I will leave all the details down below for you guys so you know how to make this super easy, super delicious salsa at home. So the next thing I'm going to be making is a new recipe to me, and now this is going to be a staple in our house. I already know because this was so good. If you guys don't try anything from today's video, you must try this. This is called Enchilada Rice. Oh my gosh, you guys, so easy, so good. I made 2 cups of white rice, just some minute rice, something easy. And then you just saute some green pepper, some red pepper, and some onion in the pan. Then you're going to add your rice to that pan. Then you're gonna add 1 can of red enchilada sauce. And then you are going to add some shredded cheese on top. Once all that sauce gets nice and cooked down, you add some shredded cheese to the top, but don't mix it, because that's kind of what makes it like an enchilada, you know, rice, of course, with the enchilada sauce as well. But when you add that cheese on top, it just looks like a big pan of enchilada rice, because that's what it is. Anyways, it's so delicious. You guys must try it. I found it on Pinterest. I will leave a link to that recipe down below in the description box for you guys. But like I said, it is so very easy and so delicious. I just know you guys are going to love it. And also, if you guys make anything from my What's for Dinners or my Cook With Me's or anything like that, I would love to see your pictures over on Instagram. Like I said, it's just Love Missy XO. And yeah, I love getting your pictures of your food and being, you know, what you use to get inspired to cook more at home and things like that. Also, I'm really big over here on It's Your Kitchen. Do what you wish. If there is something in a recipe that you don't like, you guys can totally switch it up. You do not have to make these exactly like I do. Sometimes I find recipes online and I don't like something in it, so I just take it out or I replace it with something else that I do like. So I did want to show you guys what I do to get this cheese to melt instead of turning the burner back on. That way it doesn't get crispy, you know, on the bottom. I just take the lid that I use to cook my rice with and I kind of just move it around to keep that steam in the rice, and so that is going to help melt the cheese on top of the rice. I just didn't get another lid because I didn't want to dirty up another dish. Hashtag lazy mom hack right here. So anyways, I just wanted to share that with you guys. This is what dinner looked like that night. Like I said, we just had some tacos and that enchilada rice. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.